I'm Molly Mahoney, Intervention Specialist at Bear Elementary. I primarily work with students K through 3, but work with all students that need assistance at times. I have been asked to talk about the calming corner or area that I have in my classroom. It started as a corner with a curtain rod and a curtain. And it has expanded into a fourth of my classroom. I'm fortunate that I can do that, being an intervention specialist and having the space to manipulate my room a little bit. I don't know what that'll look like this year because my calming corner consists of a tent for students. It was not an expensive tent. I want to say I paid less than $10 for it at Target on clearance. Most of my items are very inexpensive for kids to calm down. I am by no means an expert. I have just read a lot on trauma-free classrooms, gone to PDs on trauma-free classrooms, and a lot about like just the social emotional learning. I do have to put a plug in for the book Permission to Feel that Becca Hubert shared the ruler concept with this week. Outstanding book. I would highly recommend every teacher read it, not only for your classroom, but for your personal self. I found it very enlightening and a lot of aha moments for myself and handling situations. I am, like I said, not an expert, and I am guilty of things that, like, I have recognized through things such as, we expect a child to calm down. Immediately we say, calm down, we'll give you a minute to calm down and get back to work. That doesn't work for me. Does it work for you? Probably not. That's not how we work as human beings. So learning how to not poke the bear at the time, I think is important. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that kids don't have consequences for behaviors. They absolutely should have consequences for behaviors, but there's a time and place for that. Again, I think of myself. If I've done something I'm not thrilled about, broke something by accident, I don't need someone going, I told you, or calm down, go on. We need our time, and we are allowed as adults. We forget to do that for kids. A phrase that a coworker and I have started using the past 2 years is give them grace. You get a lot when you give them a little bit of grace. It's amazing what they'll do. Again, so back to my calming area. Things are not expensive. I started with a grant to get things for actually the whole building. Teachers were given bags of things, stress balls, therapy, anything, just that they could use for students. But I have found over the years that the things in the Target dollar bins, the dollar store, are just as good. A lot cheaper, too. And you're not cringing when something breaks because it was only $1. I just go through Target and find things in the bins, or looking at things in the toy section. And, what does that feel like? Is that something that would calm me down? I like to think about, what do I need to calm down? Often I think about calming, in meetings. What do? We have our drinks. We have our snacks. Some of us like to use different color pens when we're taking notes, or doodling when we're note taking. Those things kids need to do too. So finding things that you think they like to help them calm down. I have a table that has sand in a Tupperware container. I have Kinetic sand, Theraputty, which you could use silly putty. You could use Play-Doh. Little building things, again, at the Target dollar spot. Very great. You don't know what they're going to use them for, but kids are very creative, and sometimes allowing them that time to do that is important. Different textures of things. Here's a two-sided thing. One is very soft, smooth yarn. The other is a rough called scrubby yarn. Again, that texture, just to be able to have something in their hand, helps to calm down. This material, the sequin that was is so popular for younger kids, where it changes colors. You can get it at Joann's, buy it by the yard, half yard, fourth a yard. And you can make anything out of them. And you don't have to sew. You can hot glue gun things. I've turned them into bracelets for kids. pillows that they can have in their laps. Other things that I use to allow kids to calm is I have stuffed animals. Some I've taken, opened them up and put beans and rice inside and sewed it back up. It gives a little bit of weight for them. It's not real heavy because, you know, to use anything weighted, you need to see an OT who can figure out the weight that is appropriate for a child. But kids love to hold stuffed animals. I've made sensory bottles out of old water bottles where you just fill them up with hot water, clear glue, glitter, and anything else you want inside of it, and they shake it up, and you know, the colors fade away, kind of like a lava lamp, you know, with everything kind of going every which way. And just kids shaking that and staring at it and watching it will calm them down. We have in the hallway in both our intermediate and primary wing a basket of things with the calming bottles, with the sand, with a fidget spinner. And the fidget spinner was there all year. No one took it, no one pocketed it, because kids know the importance of having those things when they need them. There are coloring books in there, and they don't even have to be coloring books. You can print pictures free online and duplicate them and put them in there for kids that then they can take it home if they want. But coloring, you know, with crayons, color pencils, the smelly markers that they can smell. Sometimes that smell of things help them out. Really, whatever you can come up with for kids to use to calm down. The tent has been a big thing, however, and I will be sad if I won't be able to use it, because that has been a great place for kids to go and get away from things, because after they've been upset and they need to calm down, they don't need everyone looking at them. Again, they need grace. And sometimes letting them sleep for a half hour, your rest of your day is much better than it's going to be if you don't. And again, that's not saying that they don't have to do the work they missed while they were sleeping. You still make them accountable in some way, shape, or form, but you're going to get further with that giving them grace than just keep saying, get it done, get it done, get it done. I don't work that way. Someone tells me, get it done, get it done, get it done over my shoulder. That doesn't make me work faster. I don't think that makes any of us work faster. So I do a lot of Pinterest looking on things that can be used for calming. Like I said, the sand is a big thing. I mean, it is for me as an adult. I love the beach. I love the sand. I love my hands and feet in the sand. Another idea I wanted to do, I had thought of in a meeting this past year, but not sure again how that will look this year, is a puzzle table. I find puzzles to be very relaxing. I love to work on them, and having that space to work on, I think, would be fun for kids. But again, I don't know what that looks like. Legos. Kids love the Legos, and it's amazing to calm them down. You get this done, then you can have 5 minutes of Lego time. It's amazing what they do. So again, just anything, anything you can think of that kids like, that you like. If you like it, most likely someone's going to like it. And just remember, give them grace. And remember, we're not perfect with all this, and it's all trial and error. That's what I do. And this year is going to be an interesting year, and the more we can give that grace, I think the better off we'll be, and the more we'll get done with kids this year. Thanks for watching. Bye.